exciting chance for his team to see if they are on track to make it to the conference championship. He wants their total focus, their total composure, and their total attention today in this crucial conference matchup. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. The Longhorns will kick off first, and here we go. And this game will start with a kickoff going out of bounds and give this offense tremendous opening field position. The run inside. It's Bishop. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Right back to it. Runs through a tackle. And a good solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, go get positive yardage.
Wide receiver going in motion. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. Quickly complete. And he got it oh so close to that first down marker, but they still have a little work to do. It'll be 4th down. They'll run for it. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
Well, you're seeing analytics become a bigger part of college football each and every year, and there's a good example of it. Opening drive of the game, you're across the 50, 4th down, and it says run the ball and go for it. Even if you don't get it, your opponent's going to have to drive a ways. There's still a lot of football left to play. Hindsight's always 20/20, but that was an excellent decision by the head coach.
Guys, let's take a minute here and look big picture for Tennessee. And what a challenge this is going to be for both teams, both with unblemished records, both sitting atop the conference, and both eager to square off against each other.
And what I think makes this one more fun is that it's not just the two top teams in the conference. These might be two of the better teams in the entire country. These two teams might make the college football playoff. Lots of football out ahead, but this is a matchup. Regardless of whether you're a fan of these teams in the conference, of college football you've been waiting to see.
And it's so nice that whoever wins this, you talk about putting yourself in a great position. You hand them a loss in the conference, move them down the standings, and you have the tiebreaker. A lot on the line today.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. Complete to the right.
And guys, we got to see his first start, right? Like, get started into this, being a highly recruited high school kid, taking that next step. And I'll tell you what, Jesse, watching his tape over these last weeks and now getting into the middle of the season, later part of the season, he looks like he's the part. Can he carry this team to the next level, to a natty?
That's what people are talking about now, David, because here's the thing. Everybody knew he had the physical attributes, right? The thing that we've been really impressed with, I think, is just seeing his poise and how he's handled the pressure each and every week for a true freshman. If this keeps up, David, I think that question could get answered. I think he could take this team at least to the college football playoff, and then who knows what beyond.
Rushes on him. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
It'll be 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Lets it fly. Makes the catch. Can't quite cross the frame to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Sweep, sweep.
Quarterback making adjustments. Lets it go to the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down.
You've got great field position here. You got to pay it off. Who is your go-to receiver that can make a play in this situation?
3rd and goal is where offensive coordinators earn their keep. On the ground, it's Bishop. Taken down just short of the sticks, but the offense still within scoring range on 4th down. Trying play action. Looking to the end zone. Fires into traffic. Intercepted. Inside the 50. The 30. The 20. The 10. Touchdown, Texas. The defense does the work itself with a pick 6.
Man, the offense rolls the dice. They want 6. They choose not to kick a field goal. They choose to be aggressive, and man, do they make a big mistake. Throw the football, intercepted. Not only that, he takes it all the way back to the house. What a momentum swing in this football game.
And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. They'll send the back in motion. They're going to open this drive with a pass. With the catch, it's Bishop. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead as we get a look at the stats. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. They'll go to the counter. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Guys, let's talk a little bit about Tennessee. They've jumped to the top of the conference standings. Now the trick is finding a way to stay there.
Well, and that's your goal to start the season. It's always about the conference first. It's not about the national championship picture. So great job taking care of business within the conference, Jesse, but a lot of meat still left on the schedule.
Yeah, and remember, conference championships mean a lot because the way the college football playoff is set up, if you're winning your conference championship, you're probably in the playoff discussion. So they've got a lot of games ahead. They're in that prime spot right now inside their conference. They've got to keep playing well.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush them.
And the ball's loose in the backfield. Recovers the fumble, and he's on the move.
That ball carrier is very lucky. That easily could have ended up in the hands of the defense.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Catch in the middle. It's Davis. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far. It's starting to get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Might be changing the route. Looking to throw on 1st down. That's caught. It's Staley. They stop him just a length or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. They say all games count the same, but you get to this portion of the season and a chance to win a top 10 battle like this carries a little extra weight.
And whoever keeps the top 10 number beside their name after this game will have earned it, because these two teams are very talented, David. We're now at the midpoint of the season. We're starting to get an idea of who these teams are. We're going to find out a whole lot more here today, though.
Yeah, dang right. How much implications down the road does this have? But how about you get an idea of exactly where you stand right in the middle of the season?
Makes the catch, and he's free. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Volunteers. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And the extra point is good.
Nice pitch and catch. This receiver and quarterback have done this thousands of times. Finds the open man, throws a strike. The receiver does the rest, gets into the end zone.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Looking for space. It's Smothers. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out.
They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. Oh, they dial up on 2nd, and a long way to go. Just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
There's a good example of how pressure on the quarterback can affect his accuracy. There was no way that ball was being thrown.
Neyland Stadium, alive, a cauldron of orange noise on 3rd down. Now here's Manning. He's going to let one fly down the middle. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Taking it the other way. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing they needed to create takeaways to try to gain as much momentum as they could. Really nice interception on that play. Great job with the eyes by the defender there picking that off.
Looking downfield on 1st down. He'll take a shot. Got it! They will score! Touchdown, Tennessee!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Arch Madness. Zings it complete to the right. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
And that's a great play call by the offensive coordinator because that play is essentially the extension of a sweep play. You're getting your running back an extra touch to the perimeter of the field, so now he can go to work in open space.
Working that left side. There he goes. And he'll take it in, and how Nelson. Touchdown, Longhorns! Extra point here will tie the game.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They'll toss it to the outside on the left. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, second down coming.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
And that's one the offense just needs to be able to hit, right? That's a completion they should be able to hit in their sleep. Receivers got to do a better job.
Chance to build a little momentum here by converting this third down from deep in your own territory. On the draw, it's Bishop. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. They tried to fool him with the run on third down, and they're looking at fourth and plenty of work to do. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. His first one of the day gave that leg a workout 5 times in last week's victory. From midfield, looking for room. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Trying the left side. They make the stop right at the 30-yard line, but it's a 10-yard pickup and a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Here's Manning to throw. That one never had a chance. Incomplete. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Looking for a man. It's Manning. Got his man in the middle. It's a seam wide open. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And guys, I'm kind of shocked. That's the first time we've called his name. And it's one thing for it to be his first catch going into the half, but that's the first target. This offense is an offense that needs him to be explosive, to make big plays. And in order to make that happen, they've got to target him and find ways to get him the football.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Here's Arts to throw. Fires into the end zone. And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete.
And that is a big-time play. We might go back and circle that one, man. Like, this game is so close. It gets back and forth, right? Like, it could go any direction. Those are the type plays, man. The catch is there to be made. The offense could make it, but the physicality of the defense in the end zone to prevent that big touchdown.
We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gents, the cream is rising to the top here 7 weeks in. Let's take a look at today's action. Let's start with Memphis taking on the number 19 team, the Tulane Green Wave. And it's the Tigers coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week. The victory gets this team to 4-2. It has not been a perfect start, but they are right in position entering the second half.
So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense.
Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside the Big 12.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you could tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
He had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. The Volunteers will call their first timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. To throw, Manning. Fires downfield. Finds a man in the middle. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they get him down at the 37. And the Longhorns peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. Back to throw, it's Manning. It's complete on the right side. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. After the 4-yard completion on 1st down, now it's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Hauls it in. Turning it on. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Longhorn!
Yards after catch. That's what this guy gives you. That was a simple slant pass. He caught it, made guys miss, showed you the speed, and it was pay dirt from there. What can you say about this guy's athleticism, man? He is such a weapon.
He'll bring it out. It's Dodson. Slips through the line. He's on the loose. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point pulls them to within 3, 24-21. You get a return like that, and it can't just be the guy with the ball who's right. Everybody has to do a job, and they did that in brilliant fashion on that one. And he's not going to take the touchback. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Manning. Here comes the heat. Knocked away at the last minute, and that is precision defensive back play there.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. To the air. It's Manning. Spits it out to the back. Firing to the right, complete. Oh, sweet feet. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43.
Well, they're going to try to get this guy the football as many ways as they can. You're going to see it, obviously, in the running game, but here doing a nice job in the pass game, too. Leaking him out of the backfield, working the right side of the field. That's a nice game by the offense.
Going to work in the air, it's Manning. Quickly complete. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. Just keep giving him the easy catches until they do something to stop it.
Yeah, you're going to dictate to the defense. You're going to make the defense cover him up, and then obviously it leaves the middle of the field a little bit more wide open for receiver, for a tight end. So QB keeps making the right decision, getting the ball to running back, and he's making plays.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Manning lines up in the gun on third down. Got his man on the right. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
Manning to the air again. Incomplete, and they got a hand on that one early.
That was a nice swat. Even Dikembe Mutombo would love to wave his fingers side to side and say, no, no, no.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Arch is going to throw for it. It's complete. Runs it all the way down, almost to the 10. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 12.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Midway point in the season, in games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Art's going to spin it again. Under fire. And it's a sack.
And getting to this quarterback is pivotal. You saw it last drive, way too much time. They score a touchdown. Nice job on second down. Anticipating the pass, playing the pass, getting the sack, and now forcing a difficult third down.
The noise reverberating off the checkerboards in Neyland on third down. Manning trying to quiet this crowd. And it's incomplete on third down. And, you know, it does look as if they're going to leave the offense out there. And I guess you look at time and score, you can kind of understand a field goal doesn't help you that much. Fourth down, Manning. Pocket breaking down. He's got it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the two-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Dodson. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. So the Vols offense takes the field to start this drive. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still, just a very short gain. The Vols come to the line in the hurry-up. To the air on second down. Looking to the big tight end. Working the middle. Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10. They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions, got to continue to get these first downs, move quick, don't be in a hurry, but they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive plays.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
It's complete. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. The Volunteers are rolling down the field.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
Hey, when you speed quarterbacks up like this, and you hurry their thought process, they're going to make mistakes. That was a mistake there. Throwing into double coverage, obviously not something you want to do. Could have been worse. Nice job by the defense.
Quarterback making checks. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Bishop. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that. You can show your exotic looks. You can get the pass rush going. Everybody in the back end expecting throw. And that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. They get him on the ground at the 33-yard line, but the interception, the turnover, has given this offense a great shot. The Texas offense makes its way out to begin the drive. And that interception might well be the nail in the coffin. Offense gets the ball back, up by 2 scores. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Manning with a play fake. On the run, still looking. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. Touchdown, Texas. He got loose, and it was lights out